Hey there, it's Cook with Vanna, and I'm going to show you today how to make an easy mashed potato. So, first thing you want to do is get some Yukon Gold potatoes. I like to buy the Yukon Gold other than the russet because they just have more flavor and I feel like they have more vitamin C. Always buy your potatoes and root vegetables organic because in the first 1/8 of the peel is 40 to 60% of the mineral content. We don't want to peel that off, so we want to leave it on. That means we need to buy organic. So you can use a salad master machine like I do, or you could just chop it by hand, but either way, you want to get them into like 1-inch chunks. So in this case, I'm just using my salad master machine because it's just hella fast. Okay, I'm doing like 3. Whenever you're cooking, just make sure your pot is 3/4 full to all the way full. The fuller it is, the faster and more evenly it cooks, okay? Probably all I need is really probably 2, because there we go. And if you are a parent and you're trying to like get your kids to eat more vegetables, mixing like spinach and other vegetables in with the mashed potatoes is a great way to integrate that into their diet, especially if you put a little bit of cheese, because I find that if I put cheese on something, my son tends to eat it. So next thing we want to do is actually rinse off the potatoes. I'm just going to use the water right here and just kind of rinse them. Now when we rinse our vegetables, we are losing a little bit of the water soluble nutrients, which would include vitamin C. However, in order to make mashed potatoes, you really don't want them to be gummy. And so starch is what makes them gummy, so we want to actually rinse them and then drain the water off, leaving about, let's see here, this much water on the bottom, okay? And now I'm just gonna make sure my seal is clear. I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna start it on medium heat. When the lid's hot to touch, I'm gonna reduce the temperature to low heat without opening it, and then let it hang out for about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? After that, I will show you what it looks like and how to make these into decadent mashed potatoes. Okay, so our potatoes have cooked, and now we're just gonna open them up, and I'm gonna show you how to make them into amazing mashed potatoes. So we're gonna just open them up here, and we're gonna add in some rosemary, okay? So rosemary is one of those things that I personally really like to add it towards the end because I feel like with fresh herbs, a lot of the nutrients get cooked out of them and the flavors do as well. So when you're working with rosemary, you just go ahead and pinch the end of the rosemary and just slide it backwards and it will actually kind of like peel it all off. Well, I'm holding the tip right now, but you get the idea. You just kind of roll it backwards. Also, rosemary is one of those things that grows really, really easily, and it's said to be like blessed for your home to have it on the outside. Also, it's heard to increase the memory. That's why like Greeks wear it around their head, supposedly. These are all myths, guys. Google it. We'll find out for sure. Let me know in the comments whatever you learn about that. So next we're gonna just chop up the herbs, and I like to use the very bottom edge of the knife when I'm working with little tiny herbs like this, and I'm just gonna kind of mince them basically, just kind of feeding them through. Make sure with your rosemary you don't get any of that woody, you know, root piece from the middle. And you also want to chop it pretty fine because you don't want like a big old chunk of rosemary in your teeth, okay? Okay, so we got in our rosemary. Okay, and then now, just so you can see what I'm up to, okay, now we're gonna add in a little bit of sea salt. I don't know, a teaspoon or so. Some pepper, of course, salt and pepper. Try not to eat your potatoes with protein because protein and carbohydrates are really hard to digest together as well. I know, we're so conditioned, right? Sandwiches, spaghetti and meatballs, hamburgers, everything's meat and potatoes, but yeah. Okay, and then I like to use sour cream, but you could certainly just use coconut oil if you wanted to. And if you want to make it extra cheesy, but you want to keep it vegan, you can also use the nutritional yeast. Okay, that's like a cheesy element, but today I'm actually going to shred some Parmesan into it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this under there. Grab myself a little bit of Parmesan. I'm using the #1 cone on the Salad Master machine. Again, if you like any of the tools that I use, you know, just message me about it and I'll tell you more. I can send you some links. I've been using this thing, the same one, for like 10 years, and it's my best friend in the kitchen. Okay. And now I'm just gonna take everything that I just put in there and I'm just gonna whip it together. And if you wanted to put some kale in there or some other like greens, spinach or whatever, this is just a great way to create like a base for a bunch of other things. Like I eat a lot of salads and potatoes together. Okay, and you just use that tiny bit of water that you actually had from the cooking process in there. Don't drain it out, okay? Because that water soluble nutrients is in there and you do need that. Okay? If you want to make your mashed potatoes extra fluffy, you add baking powder, and that's the secret. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat these. I just love potatoes. I don't know if it's because I'm Scottish or what, but it's just like so, it just warms my soul. I love me some taters, man. All right, so I'm just mashing them up and oh, they look so good. Okay, remember, subscribe to my channel if you want some more easy recipes. I'm going to have some celebrity chefs making some recipes with me shortly in the next couple weeks, and I can't wait to share them with you guys. Also, if there's something specific that you want to learn how to cook, just go ahead and message me, or you can email me at cookwithvanna@gmail.com, and I will make that video for you. I answer all my emails personally as well as the comments, and I'm just so happy to be part of your life helping you cook in the kitchen. So anyway, that is our amazing, beautiful, creamy rosemary mashed potatoes. By cooking them this way, we're preserving over 90% of the nutrients, so they just taste way better. Enjoy, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers. Thanks for watching. To learn more easy recipes like this one, subscribe to Cook with Vanna on YouTube.